Hey guys, Anthony Fourby4diesel and Fourby4Adventures. It's pretty well a fresh year now, 2022, so I thought I'll provide some of the most important information for both the regular loyal viewers and some of the new people that have come along and recently subscribed. So I think we'll start off with who am I and what do I do for you for free and why. I'm Anthony and I grew up in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. I was born and lived here all my life. I've travelled a lot within Australia. I've been to every state and territory, including many trips. We've travelled millions of kilometres on the road in Australia. I haven't been overseas much. I was born in the mid-70s. My grandfather was a motor mechanic, old school. Used to own a Shell service station in Heidelberg. He used to repair and manufacture just about anything to repair something. The old days, the way it used to be. Maybe some of the natural abilities come from there. Maybe it's in the blood. I learnt some basics from my father working on things like boat trailers, putting trailers in salt water doesn't really usually work out well every few years, so you learn a lot from that. Before starting work as an apprentice mechanic, I had a lawn mowing business, so I learnt a lot about lawnmowers and brush cutters and the mechanical side there, including doing work experience at automotive dealerships. Went to tech school where we had all the trade subjects including automotive. I also worked on lawnmowers and push bikes. Around 1991 or 1992 I started apprenticeship as a motor mechanic and completed that in late 1996. At this point you might be wondering why I don't turn the camera around. Well, it's not about me. I've said it before in other videos. There's enough famous faces and I don't need to be one of those. I'm here to help you. So it's been 30 years from the time I started working on motor vehicles. So we've got about 3 decades of experience there, including, I suppose, a bit of experience from before we started working on them. My father had 4-wheel drives, GQ Patrol, 80 series, 100 series, that sort of thing. So you get to learn a little bit about using them and the problems that occur. Of course, working on them, we worked on, at a Ford dealership at the time, the Maverick was the same as the GQ Patrol, so we worked on both the petrol and diesel versions. Were the first 4-wheel drives I really worked on, and first diesels. I was always told there's going to be a shortage of good motor mechanics, it was called back then. When I started my apprenticeship, it changed to vehicle technicians, okay? Like everybody else, everything else is changing a lot since then. Things have changed a lot in the last 30 years, haven't they? So yeah, something to think about, how fast things are changing. Luckily, one of the things that changed is motor vehicles. They got a lot better from, I would say, around the year 2000. There were some pretty big changes. There's always ongoing changes, but before then, motor vehicles were really just a money pull for most people. You couldn't keep them for a long time. They'd always be in for repairs. And I've got to say, from the year 2000, things have improved a lot. And I believe that Toyota has always been ahead of everybody else with the quality. They might be later to get the latest technology and the latest features. Possibly that's because they test it properly and it's the most reliable and they win in the end. So sometime shortly after then, not too long ago, I decided Toyotas were the vehicle to focus on because they're the best, and I'm already busy in demand. I need good vehicles to look after to reduce my workload, not vehicles that keep me busy. I used to get a lot of new cars for different reasons. I've always been into cars. I've owned a lot of motor vehicles, dozens and dozens of them. For over 10 years now, I've only owned Toyotas, and that's generally, mainly, at least 90%, only Prados and Hiluxes. And for a similar amount of time, that's all we've worked on. We narrowed it down from all Toyotas, removing different makes and models out of the picture, because we're into 4-wheel drives, we're into travelling, and 4-wheel drives require more maintenance and they need to be set up more reliable for people who use them travelling the outback, and that's where my skills come in. If you like what you hear so far, now might be a good time to press like if you think I deserve it, and also subscribe and turn the bell on so you don't miss out the next important messages, as you've missed out on hundreds of them over the last few years. They are all very important. Look, I reckon that's enough about me. That's a bit about me and who I am. Feel free to put in the comments who you are, where you're from and what your story is. But it's not about me, as I said. It's about the information helping you with yours and your vehicle. So without further ado, we don't want to sound too official, you know, it was getting a bit like that, wasn't it? Let's have a quick look at this list of groups again and quickly discuss how they're important, what you need to do with those, and what you want to not do with this information, so that it makes it easier for me to help you, because there's only one of me. So I've worked out I've got about 10 jobs going on. I need to be super efficient and productive and well planned to make it all happen, and so we can keep the quality control up. And I'm sure anybody would put their hand up and confirm the quality service we provide. So firstly, we don't use Messenger on Facebook, especially for business. So if we've got some Facebook groups, we may check it every now and then, a couple of times a week, whatever the case may be. You might get lucky. But any inquiries as far as the automotive business goes, we don't. It's all you're going to get is a copy of this page right here. So you may as well take note of it now with a bit of extra. I'm taking the time now. We've got tens of thousands, and there's going to be even more people following. So I need to address everybody together, not individually on messages, if you know what. I hope you understand. That's how I need to roll. I'm taking the time now to explain it to everybody, and this is why people need to be subscribed with the bell on, watching and listening to the whole message. Now, if you're overseas, you may be learning a little bit more about me, but most of the information I'm about to provide may or may not be relevant to you, but then we may get back onto something else that you're interested in knowing. So everybody knows we don't use Messenger. I'm sorry about that. Maybe for other topics, other important information we like to share with each other. Some people are having a smile and a laugh, you know what I mean, right? Because that's where you need to find it. You need to share it in other ways. Anyway, our Facebook pages. We've got two Facebook pages. I'll explain it again. One is the workshop, where we are now, the Prado Hospital information page. That's when we're open, when we're closed. All the information about how we roll in the Prado Hospital, or information that may help you learn about your vehicle. You probably only see that if you're in Australia. I understand that you need to be in Australia to see those pages. Could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if that's right or not. I'm overseas, I can't find it, that must be correct. Or I'm overseas and I can find it, so that's wrong. Or some people can, some people can't. If you're in Australia and you search the Prado Hospital, you should find that page. And you want to like, follow, subscribe, whatever you can do with that page, and check it regularly, maybe once a week for any announcements. Is probably, don't let Facebook use you. See this thing here? Don't let them use you. You use them. That's what I'm doing. I'm using the pages and the groups, and I'm using their platform to help you. You need to use the platform to help you as well. Don't let them use you and feed you the crap. We've spoken about that before. We're not going to go too much into detail. So if it's about getting into the workshop, working on your own vehicle, the Prado Hospital is the page you need to hear the announcements on. Now, for parts kits and suspension information, the page is called Prado Hilux 1KD FTV Injectors. There's a little dash in the middle. You'll find that page. Same thing, like it, subscribe it, whatever you want to do with it, so that you don't miss the messages. That's going to give you the information about how to purchase the parts, okay? So how to make those purchases, when to do it, what kits we've got, any sort of relevant information and why we do. So I've had some inquiries this morning, you know. I was going to get the parts off this guy and the labour, and what do you reckon? And well, I don't know, because people are generally going to get the cheapest and get some Chinese bearings and whatever. So it's the old decision about where do you want to go, the cheap way, or remember, the poor man pays twice. I'll remind you now. So we've got two YouTube channels. They've both got playlists on To4Four4diesel. Check it out. I reckon there's one called Poor Man Pays Twice. So that covers our two pages for people in Australia that might ever like to purchase parts kits from us. What parts kits? The key one is the injector kit. Reason buy injectors from us, I'm not going to go on too much. There's plenty more videos there. Search them out. Check out our injector information playlist, right? You don't want to end up with remanufactured, some other brand, some old stock, some counterfeit, whatever the case may be. If you want to make sure you're getting the right stuff the first time, quality checked, repacked so that it's going to get to you safely, no problems, get it right the first time. That's why you purchase your injector kit from me. It comes with everything in the injector information. If you search latest injector information, it's about a year old, January 2021, I think that video was made. Something else I've probably got to update. It shows you all the parts in the kit, some optional things, and the price will depend on exactly what you want. Once you watch the video and understand how we roll, you will know what you need and what you don't. BFE kits, big front engine. That's, you know, your water pump, drive belt, bearings, timing belt, idler tensioner, cam, that sort of thing in a kit, right? That's the BFE kit. One of the other popular kits we do is the Prado front wheel bearings. We also have a few Hilux ones here, still not as popular, but every now and then we get a run on them and we sell out because we don't keep a lot. The Prado generally have quite a few in stock, so no need to worry about that. Although when there's shortages, they can run out, so just plan ahead for whatever you want. So that's three so far. Injector kit, VFE kit, front wheel bearings for Prados and Hiluxes. Also the Dobinsons suspension kit, we usually ask Tuesday. So what I didn't mention yet, parts day is Monday. So Monday's the day you send the text message. We're getting that to it. That's the next line there, right? Mondays for the parts kits, right? So let's go there now, actually. If somebody needs injectors for the V8 Cruisers, because they're a massive problem, the injectors for the V8 Cruisers, okay? They are the top seller. They are out of control. Not for me, because I don't really sell them. Unless you're listening to this video, I'm going to tell you that I might be able to save you some money, and I can, of course, supply you brand new, genuine V8 injectors, although there's a shortage of them because they're very popular. And I'm talking about 2018, 19, 20 vehicles, late model vehicles having problems with injectors. I don't know if it's bad fuel or what. We don't work on them. This is my suppliers, you know, big quantities of injectors, what they're telling me. So beware of the V8s. It could end up costing you a pack on injectors. Lucky for these people, they're under warranty at the moment. I don't know what's going on with the problem. I can't help you with that. I can just tell you, just be careful, because I know they are I've been told get into the V8s because, you know, that's where the money's at. I'm not chasing the money at the moment. We've got a little niche that I've chosen. Remember what I said at the start? I've chosen Toyotas, I've chosen Prados and Hiluxes. I can't do everything, but if you're listening still and you ever need a set of V8 injectors, you can send me a text message. Allow some time. We don't keep them on the shelf at this stage. That could change. Okay, so Monday's dedicated parts days from 7:30 a.m. as soon as you can. Melbourne time, okay? So check Melbourne time, because there's the other side. WA's we're biggest clients in WA and Queensland, okay? Big states with a lot of Prados and Hiluxes, okay? So time differences, just keep that in mind. I know it's difficult, that's why I say early as possible. So if you wake up there at 6, because a lot of people do, or 7, well, it's going to be 10 or 11 here, so just understand half the day's gone. Okay, as it says, the rest of the week we're working on vehicles and we're producing videos like this. Now, we've got a number of Facebook groups, so you must answer the questions to be able to join. Once again, if you're not in Australia, Oz Prado Crew, Oz Hilux Crew, they're really for the people in Australia. Unless you put a really nice answer to the question, one of the mods might let you in anyway. So there's a few people that aren't from Australia in those groups, but the majority is Australian Prado owners and Australian Hilux owners. Toyota 1K FTV, injectors and engines. Any chit chat about that subject, there it is. There's your 4 engines, hashtag 1KD, 1GD, 1KZ, 1GR. Pick your engine, get into those groups, or whichever one you want to know about. Fourby4diesel, exactly the same as our YouTube channel name, a Facebook group, and of course, same Fourby4Adventure, same as our 4-wheel drive channel. And the VIPs is clients only. Don't bother trying to join that. You need to put the details, your real name that you purchased your injector kit in, and the date that it was to join the VIP. And the gold classes for people that have made a kind contribution to the crack piston fund, which some of the funds are about to get drained again, because I think summer is the time that a few vehicles crack pistons, and we've got some people to help out. Now, it's really important you know there's a heap of variables to these. We're not going to call them rules. They're not rules. I'm just trying to let you know how we roll. Understand me. Let's understand each other, communicate better, so that we can, once again, so that I can help you. So help me help you. Hot days. We've got a problem with hot days, right? So hot days, so this is where the variables are. In winter, Mondays is good. School, generally we only work school days, school hours. That's because family is more important than work, right? So school day, school hours. Now, just because I say that doesn't mean I'm not doing things outside those hours. What it means is I don't need text messages and stuff like that going on while I'm trying to keep packing those kits or other aspects of the business. Remember what I said, 10 jobs. So it's really important if you can keep all your messages early as possible in the week. This phone number here, text message service only. It doesn't ring. So just don't even bother trying to ring. It's a text message service only. It won't be answered. VIPs could possibly have a phone call with me. I'm just too busy for phone calls. Sorry guys, there's, you know, we get on the phone 20 minutes each, thousands of people, nothing's going to happen. I just can't do phone calls. There's a possibility of a phone call if it's required at my judgment, and that means you need to send a text message letting me know what it's about. But generally you need to search our pages and our channel. Use the search function here and find or post in the groups that you're in to ask for the help. I may see it eventually, I may see it straight away. plenty of other people here with heaps of knowledge that have been listening and practicing what I'm trying to teach you guys for years. And guess what? Heaps of people are on Facebook right now. Heaps of people have got the bell on, subscribe with the bell on. They're not going to miss out when I release this video. Bada bing, out it comes, bada boom, the email, and they watch the video, they're informed. So when they want parts, they're organised. When they've got a problem, they know what it is. If they don't, they know which group or page to go to search. This is the problem. Some people say to me, oh, you know, I'm too busy to watch all the videos. Well, I'd suggest that, you know, your two biggest investments, again, the house and the car, you need to learn about your vehicle. And it's not just about, many people say to me, oh, but when I've got a problem, I search, I use it as a reference, you know, and I go and look then, and, you know, the same thing, you know, I'm busy, and I understand we're all busy, but I think you need to prioritize, because sometimes the knowledge of, for example, what accessories to use or not use, what modifications to do and not do, what can cause problem. You need to avoid the problem, not fix the problem, okay? Let's just take catch cans for a minute, right? So heaps of people listen to general information, and that's everybody wants to sell catch cans, and therefore went and put a catch can on. But then when I explained how a catch can works and how it's not solving the EJAR problem, then heaps of people, oh, blast! And they took it back, and they can cause problems, and we're not talking about that here, we're just using it as an example, okay? Use the wrong brands, use the wrong products, do the wrong modifications for what you need, and it could end up costing you a whole lot of money in unreliability, heartache, money for the original purchase and the repairs. And there's been so many people close to me, friends, family, you know, people close by, clients, whatever the case may be, that have made these mistakes, which is why I hope there's still some people around watching and listening, because I think it's very important information that you need to know, subscribe to. You might miss it that day, you might miss it the next day, but when you get on, do your catch up. It's like there's some books I read. There's a book I read, I've just only got to read a page a day, but if I miss a day, not only do I go and read the day I miss, sometimes I read the day before and the day after again, because you only retain 10% of what you hear and 10% of what you read, therefore you need to read it a number of times to get most of the information out of it. Do you want me to repeat that again 3 times so that you get 90%? Because that's what has to happen. That's why maybe I repeat myself a lot. Maybe we're doing a video now that's similar to what we've done before. Yes, and I can talk forever. I can talk till the cows come home, right? It's important information. Now, what I was saying, the time. So in winter, it's a full day, Monday, you know. Monday, the problem in winter in Melbourne, it's cold. I don't want to get out of bed at 6 or 7 a.m. It's freezing, right? So my office is in bed until maybe 8 or 9 a.m. or until I look out the window and go, hopefully it's above 6 degrees now, right? I might be exaggerating. Maybe I'm not in bed, but, you know, I'll be inside where the heater's on, it's warm, doing the text message, taking the orders Monday morning. Now, once I've got a certain amount of orders, I'm going to go, heck, I've already got enough to keep me busy till lunchtime. I've got to get out the door, usually probably around 9, into the workshop to pack all those kits. And then my hands are busy. I'm not texting anymore, right? So that's why I'm trying to explain to you, earlier the better, and that's why it says from 7:30 a.m. because that way you're going to win. You're going to snag a winner. You're going to get the reply. You're going to get the order. You're going to pay for it, and bada bing, it's all happening then, right? Because if you leave it till 2 p.m. because you're in WA and you had to sleep in and whatever, and you've forgotten all that, that's all right, but I might miss the reply because I'm flat out, right? So we're trying to organise things so that comes in the morning, we get the payments, we get the kits packed, and bada bing. Now, we know we don't get them all done Monday, most of them, it's a 90% thing, but we can finish off a few Tuesday morning, and that's where we got more time then to concentrate on suspension. The way it works with suspension, you need to watch our playlist called Suspension Information. It's also linked in an announcement in Oz Prado Crew, so you understand all the different components. Even keeping it simple with the Australian company Dobinsons, right? There's 3 at least different products to choose from, and there's different springs and there's different options. So you need to listen to it like you're listening to me now. If you are still, I like it, thumbs up to you. You need to listen to all those videos and watch carefully in case there's something in there that's relevant to you, so that what we've already covered, you make the right decision the first time. Do you want twin tubes? Do you want monotubes? Do you want a combo? Do you want adjustables? Oh no, don't touch those, whatever, right? So whatever you want, but you need to understand it's all explained in detail so that you don't make those mistakes. Now, for the people not listening, I can't help them. The guy that's going to text me, you know, 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon, he'll probably maybe get a response still. but he might have a surcharge. Some people might have a bit of a giggle about that. You know, we might make some extra money and some money to the charity. We talked about that, right? I haven't done that yet, to be quite honest. I haven't done that because I've got a bit of a conscience. But even though, so I'm going to put it out there again. Monday's parts day. If you leave it till Tuesday, other than suspension, 10% surcharge. Wednesday, 20%, right? Thursday, 30%. Friday, 40%. You know how it goes. And then, you know, if it's after hours on the weekend, we'll just double it again, and we'll just... So basically, you'll get no response, or you'll get a really high price, and I'll get no response. I'm not chasing sales or clients. I'm trying to get a bit of a thing here, a loyalty program going on, where the people that listen are the ones that get that awesome customer service, the right products and information. It's all here for you for free. If you want, take it for free. Don't buy anything. A lot of people overseas, that's fine. They can't buy anything. I can't supply the world, okay? When somebody's got a company and they come along and they want to build something bigger, because I'm not into that, then maybe we can work something out. But, you know, this part, what I'm doing, it's all me. So I can guarantee you the customer service providing the kits to Australia. But it is a growing business and it is getting harder. So this is why I need to keep providing this information and help everyone help me. Now, in summer, we've got the opposite problem to winter. So winter, we've got a long Monday. We can't get started too early because it's too cold, but we might be out till 4, 5, or even 6. Depends what you know, we've got heaters and cooling and stuff like that. But yeah, it doesn't always work that well, right? So, and of course, we don't want to stay at work forever anyway, do we? In summer, we've got the opposite problem. We need to get out there early, 5, 6, 7 a.m., whatever the case may be. Get it done by lunchtime. It's already hot. I'm not working on cars and sweat. I don't need to do that anymore. Been there, done that. Remember what I said at the start? 30 plus years of that, right? You know, I don't need to do that anymore. I pick and choose my time. So what I'm letting you know is, on the hot days, we're not working, or we're only working half a day. So if you want to get your parts during summer, and during summer, you know, that's the best time to hit me in the morning, not in the afternoon at 3 or 4 o'clock. It's all over. Remember, school hours, school day, school hours. Now, our regular holidays, we're not that regular, but you know, not the Christmas holidays, because the weather in Melbourne's beautiful. It's just like Queensland, no need to go anywhere, and there's plenty of places in Victoria to keep us busy for the rest of our lives. And if we go somewhere, we go to Tassie, because we used to do Tassie every February for years, giving it a break at the moment. But January and February, Tassie's the place to be, right? We'll take a couple of weeks, whatever the case may be. Life's got to be a holiday. Don't work all your life and then go, now I'm going to retire and have your holidays. Make sure your life's a holiday. Break it. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So hopefully there's a message here for other people as well that are working too hard. If you're still around, just plan it out nicely. Want less. Don't keep, you know, live within your means instead of living beyond. Don't worry about car loans. Don't get a car loan. Save your money. Work hard, save your money. Do good work and you will succeed, okay? Get a business, not a job. Anyway, that can be in another video. If you like that, let me know in the comments and we'll do videos that include stuff like that. Well, what we'll do, we'll even wait till later when everyone else is gone and then we'll talk about it. Let me know in the comments what you want to do if you're interested, if you're still around for this video now. So this is becoming a bit long, but it's full of information. So we've covered it, right? You get the picture with winter and summer. Now, the holidays. So throughout December and January, right? December becomes light duties because everybody wants it done in December and it's got to be done by Christmas. Well, guess what? I don't do that to anyone else, and I'm not any part of that. There's lots of things I'm not any part of, right? A bit different to everyone else. I'm not any part of, oh, it's got to be done by Christmas because you contact me in December. No, you want it done by Christmas? Contact me in September, okay? And that's what all the other tradies want as well, okay? Can't get it done earlier because guess what? They want to relax as well. So, January, it's still school holidays. What we do is some parts very casually because of the hot weather and the day trips and the little mini trips here and there throughout January. But we do some parts here and there, but there will be delays, okay? Same as when there's shortage of parts, there will be. If we put an injector kit together, it's got over 20 components. If there's a shortage of one and you want it, then there's a kit delay. At the moment, we're well stocked and everything. There's no issue on anything at all whatsoever at the moment. But that can change any time. So maybe now's a good time to think about organising your parts. Now, I think I better put something in the name of the video because there is a freebie and I'm going to remind everyone. I mentioned it in another video. Many people missed it because they didn't hang around, just like now. But I'll put it in the name so that hopefully people hang around and listen to what I've got to say. And that is, there's a free fuel hose for anybody with the 120 Prado that purchases. It's going to be diesels really because the petrols, you know, we don't see many of them. So it's not most of the kits we provide unless it's front wheel bearings, right? But with a BFE kit or injector kit purchase in the month of February for a 120 Prado, you get a free fuel filler hose that valued at almost $100. Okay, so it's free. You have to text that to me when you order in February and say, hey, I've got a 120 Prado, it's long overdue for injectors, and I'll say better late than never. And I need a suction control valve and all of that, all those things you need, and you'll get a free fuel hose valued at about $100. I don't do discounts, I don't do freebies, but I'm doing a freebie now. While stocks last, I'll tell you, I've got about 10 on the shelf, so it's going to be the first 10 people in February with a 120 Prado diesel that orders injector kit. Okay, so at the start of the video, if it said the freebie worth $100, that's where it is. That's what it's all about, right? So it's all genuine. I didn't just make it up. I made it up another day in a video. I spat it out. If you got it, happy days. If you didn't, bad luck. Now, what else have we got? A little bit more about these groups. I said the VIP group, that's clients only, or someone that's paid a deposit towards an injector kit that wants to do their homework and learn. If you're overseas, you can pay, you know, whatever the fee is. What's the fee? What do we say? You know, look, I'll do it. It was $500, but sounds like too much, right? So if you're overseas and you're never going to buy an injector kit, well, you know what? I don't care who you are. If you're in or out of Australia, anyone in the world, there you go. If you want to join the VIP group, $350 plus GST, what's that? $385 AUD. You can join our VIP group and see all the videos there and all the other videos the VIPs have gotten over the years, because some of them posted direct to Facebook, some of them are on our YouTube but private and they're in there, whatever the case may be. Now this one, gold class, you may not even have a Toyota, you may not be a client, you don't have to be in this VIP group to be in this VIP group. For this one, all you need to have done is sent me a text message at the right time on a Monday to get the bank details to make a contribution of $100. You don't get anything, it's a donation, mate. You're basically giving me money, if you like. I have it in a separate account, and whenever someone cracks a piston, that's what that money goes towards. So if we've got enough there, sometimes we may be able to pay for a whole engine, half an engine, or maybe $1,000 toward an engine. But not everybody's going to get it, so don't think because you've put money in there, don't expect something back, okay? Because there may be no funds left. It's not an insurance company, there's no guarantee. It's a donation, contribution. You need to trust me if you want to be able to do that, but we do have a transparency where we show the balance, the contributions, we show the balances regularly. Happy to show it. There's some people in the group that I can say, hey, that know me as in personally, and they can have a look and go, yep, it's all legit, money's not getting spent, we're not having holidays and Christmas parties and and all that sort of thing. There's plenty elsewhere for that. Don't worry about that. We're going to have plenty of holidays, but that's what it's all about. I just wanted to be clear. So the contribution's $100. It used to be, we used to have a higher thing where you had, there was a bunch of contributors that they actually still own an engine. There's about 20, 25 people that made a contribution to an engine and they own an engine. But the balance over and above that, we said you can make a contribution of whatever you want, you can, but the minimum now, okay, new rules, the minimum to get into this group is $100, and then you'll be able to see whenever somebody contributes, they may post up and say, hey, I just paid this in, I just paid this in. That's a good thing to do. Then everybody can see it. And whenever we contribute some money or an engine to someone, we post up the photos of the engine, the name of the person, they're in the group. They don't have to have made a contribution. That's obviously my judgment, if we think they've done the right thing, whatever the case may be. Maybe the car's only done 80,000 k's, that's going to be rare. Sometimes people leave injectors in way too long. It's not necessarily their fault, but generally we're going to help out people the most that have done the right thing, because we know it's well documented by Toyota. You can see in other videos that injectors cause wrong combustion. It's a big contributor to the crack piston thing, and we don't cover anyone with chips, tunes, remaps, any of that sort of thing. So get rid of that, because that's the biggest contributor by far, having a remap, chip or tune. Let Toyota do the tuning, leave it alone. That's what we're all about. Bada bing. What else can I tell you here? This is getting massive. People say, oh, but I don't know when school days are. I don't have kids, and I don't know school hours. Well, Google it, okay? Give you a general idea. For me, school hours, we're talking 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., right? That's the cutoff. Lunch break, that's about 12 till about 1. Could start earlier, could finish later. So your safest bet is 9 till 11, isn't it, right? And then if you're in the afternoon, 1:30 till 2:30, they're your best times, but I'd just suggest the morning. Plan yourself really well like I do, like I'm planning with you right now. We're planning together here. We're planning for me to help you so that it's all done the first time, so you don't have any headaches. 9 a.m. Monday mornings, right? Oh, before you do, go and check these pages. Oh, guess what? We're closed this Monday because we've decided the weather's perfect for camping and we're not around, but we'll be back Thursday. So you can text me if you like. If you ever don't get a response, it's probably because I'm away on holidays. As I said, December, January, we don't go on holidays, just small trips here or there. We generally manage it by letting you know what's happening here. But the other 3 school holidays, one way or another, we often usually have a regular holiday and have a break at those 3 holidays throughout the year. It could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it could be 8 weeks. So once again, you need to stay tuned. Quite often we have people in place because we've got main things that need to be done. So people staying around looking after things, they can send parts and all that sort of thing. So definitely not an issue there, but we don't want to do that because there's a possibility of a mistake. So you can, if you're desperate, we can do that. So for our regular trade customers, we've got someone that can take care of that. But if possible, stay tuned and just organise your client. Say, hey, you know what, Anthony's going on holidays for the month of July, so you know, let's just wait till he's back in August. That way he's organising the whole kit, the order, packing the kit, the right parts, everything right. Remember I said everything right the first time. So beware of those other lots of 3 school holidays throughout the year, and you've got to overlap Victoria, WA, Queensland, whatever, because we could be planning around our school holidays or their school holidays or either side, or extending a week either way. So let's go for the safest months of the year to order parts. So we've got the safest day is Monday from 7:30 a.m. right? That's your best time to text. 7:30 a.m. Get it done by 11 at the latest if you can, is the best information I can share with you. The best month of the year. The best month, I'm pretty sure that the second half of Feb, unless we go to Tassie, is probably pretty safe. I'm almost 100% sure that March is really safe from Monday, although it's good camping weather, so you never know. April, that's getting around Easter, that's those school holidays. We could be away, not good, avoid those school holidays. The end of April to at the start of May is a really good time as well, because that's before, if we're going to go away sometime in June or July, so May is going to be an awesome time, okay? Awesome time. So if you're thinking about ordering parts from Anthony, we're going to see a record month in May, because I've just told you May is the best time. From the start of May, whatever, is the best time to order parts on a Monday. Then June, July, I know they're popular months because it's cold weather and people get all those rattles and knocks and noises, but what you got to understand is just because you didn't hear it, it's still there, so you need to order other times of the year as well. But that's fine, June, July, August, whatever. I'm sure I'm not going to be away for 3 months, so you work out which one it is. June, July, August, whichever months. Of course, we're going to be back then by September at the latest, but then we're getting near those other school holidays, aren't we? So, you know, you want to get in late August. August is probably one of the best months as well. Let's say the last half of August, any part of August really. Okay, so June, July is probably the more likely months that we're going to take that longer break at those middle school holidays in the middle of the year, getting away from the cold weather. So I think we've come up so far with May and August are going to be the record months, May and August, and then we've got September, October, and then to end the year, November. So there you go. Definitely May and August, followed by December, and we need another month at the start of the year, don't we? So probably February. So we're going to go the top months for May and August. February and November are your others, and then, you know, but we're here all year round, right? I can promise you that we've had big months every month, and there's parts going in every month. Oh, hang on, I said I was going to be honest now. Honesty and a mistake's 2 different things. I made a mistake. I don't think we sold a bloody thing in maybe July. We were away for the whole month of July, and everybody listened to the last video like this, and all the smart people, they waited. And all the people that didn't hear the video, or they were new, they text me and they got the long message basically saying, look, you know, I'm away. If you're desperate, we can do it. And pretty much everybody waited. And when we came back, they either followed up with me or I followed up with them. And very wise people, I think they all waited for me to get the right parts the first time. It's a bada bing, bada boom. You know, the warning is, careful where you take your vehicle, because there's way too many problems we see coming out of workshops. You see the kind of people working on vehicles and they do. I don't need to sell you that one because you've seen it, and we'll show you more, and you'll see it if you subscribe with the bell on. Workshop's about to open again, and we're going to be smashing it out and showing you all these problems we're coming across. But the good news is it's working. So whether it's DIYs watching this or workshops training their staff, these sorts of videos, not this one necessarily, but all the others, it must be helping, because we're seeing a lot less problems. The reason we chose to do this is because we saw a problem and we have a solution. Guys, thanks for watching. I know it's been a bit long, but there's a heap of important information there. Hope you liked it, hope you learned something, hope you hit the like button. Smash it if you haven't already, if you think I deserved it. I spent all this time trying to help you, help me, help you, and all of that. I'm here to help, that's what it's all about. I can do anything. I've been in other businesses in the past, successful in whatever I do because I do it properly. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I don't always get it right, but we are open to criticism, and we also look at ourselves and try and always look at better ways to improve each day. And I welcome you to come on board and do the same. That's a bada bing, bada boom. I'm out of here. See you guys.